Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end, I did acquire a small piece of smaragdus jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhi Qiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhi Qiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Ms.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Zhi Qiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
Oh, whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Miss Zhi Qiao? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins? I can't lend them to you right now. I've lost them. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice. My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me. But now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of déjà vu?
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Miss Zhi Qiao, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Zhi Qiao somehow. True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Juchao looks like she's about to faint.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the jadeite is genuine or not? Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please. Please, Don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item and I should pay compensation per the contract. However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch. Finest quality jade. No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossell's.
Why'd they have to give me that transfer?
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
About that.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus Jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus Jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course. Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossell.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last mora that they're worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus Jadeite after all.
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yunfei.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to please sign this contract?
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track. It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything anywhere commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot—
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yunfei.
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve once we've got some things squared away. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geo-energy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter, but either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus jadeite. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processes ore? Ah, I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore. If Mr. Crossel had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh, it's you, Miss Yanfei. Is something the matter? Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnyan merchant named Crossel enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnyan merchant named Crossel, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus jadeite. That was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings. Yes, it's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Is that so? Well, we might as well give elemental sight a shot. So, did you find anything? So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time. These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossel...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Miss Yanfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossel did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus jadeite, uncut.
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
Oh, I have my reasons. Yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossel brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yanfei, but might I know the nature of the incident on this occasion?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossel won't dare try to deny what he did.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Nope. Aha! Got it! Singxi. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick. How come you know so many people?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know? Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again, with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Singsi.
Try your luck betting on Jade?
Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the client from last time,
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossel asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Krosel? Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yeah, he came to me with a chunk of something he called Smaragdus Jadeite. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Singsi, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossel commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus Jadeite?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Krosel wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself, the item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the ministry on it.
Thank you, Singsi. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs. And if it isn't Miss Yenfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 mountain treatises. The Seven Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality and their illness will only ever get worse. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yanfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if your pressing business might be related to this Snezhnayan merchant?
Ah, you needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something back there?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this. I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question. This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus jadeite and Smaragdus nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite. So I had him cut away the nephrite, he returned the valuable jadeite core to me, and some nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came prepared. What should we do next?
Hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him oh, come on. I meant the backup copy of the document from the Ministry of...
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed Smaragdus jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after...
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet. Traveler, would you do the honors?
What's this?
Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually
inlaid with genuine Smaragdus jadeite? Is that what you were about to say? You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Ms. Zerchow 10 times the original price in Mora? Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
He's seriously intimidating right now.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was Smaragdus nephrite. But I'm a victim in all of this, too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus jadeite, in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price. But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation, too. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Zhiqiao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Ms. Zerchow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
10 times?
Crossell looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Ms. Zerchow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus jadeite.
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
Ms. Zhiqiao, you...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But all right, then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn the Smaragdus jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever, it'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yunfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk business for a second, if I may. I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores. If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
Let me think for a moment.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well, eh?
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents. Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding the hairpins.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution. An Adeptus. Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you would have heard what Granny said. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit. I bet she's been on tenterhooks for a while now.
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss. Ready. Into the shadows.
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite? Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you. All right, then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts too.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot, hmm?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis. Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all. Liyue is not the same place I once knew. All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment. There we go. This Serenity Pot is all yours now. Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen. Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Wait a minute, Granny! How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Wow! This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's! There's even a great big house in the middle, too! Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it. Paimon can't do that! Well, you're the one with the sword anyway, you do it! Still, why is it so empty here apart from that house? Oh, wait a second, what is that?
Well, it seems that we have a visitor. Oh!
Ah! It's Tubby! From a distance, Paimon thought it was just a huge finch. So you're the little helper Madame Ping mentioned?
Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. Yes, she did summon me here. She told me much about you. You know, back when we met in the Mondstadt Tavern, I had a feeling that we would meet again. It seems I was right, but it's still a nice surprise to meet you here. You may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm to me. Your journey may be far from over, but at least this way you will not want for a comfortable place to sleep each night. Though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance. Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs. You may consider me a butler, if you will. Now, allow me to explain this realm to you. Have you any blueprints on you? Specifically, blueprints with beautiful rooms, chairs, and the like. As long as you have a blueprint, You can refashion this realm however you please.
Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny handed us some when she gave us the teapot, didn't she? Let's take them out and have a look.
Yes, these. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary materials. Then simply release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint shall appear within this teapot.
Wow!
I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus explained this to me at some point in the past. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that has its limits. This world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely.
A golden-eyed adeptus? Paimon wonders who could that be?
I hardly remember myself. What's more, I have never seen that adeptus again since. Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around. Best you get accustomed to this realm. If there's anything you would like to ask, just look for me.
Let's get it on!
Maybe you're... If you ever... Maybe you... If you ever have any...
The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide.
Maybe you're not used... If you ever have any... Maybe you're... If you ever... Maybe... If you ever had... Maybe you... If you ever have... Maybe you... If you ever...
What a pleasant place this is. And there's such a nice scent in the breeze. Living here must be wonderful. Thank you, truly, for inviting me to this place. I like it very much. The air is clean, the ventilation is good, and the number of plants around here is just right. I'm sure the animals would love it here. They would say, "We are certain only a kind soul could create a cozy place like this." Does it now? I'm happy to hear that. I know that in the eyes of many ordinary fellows, the Frost Moon Scions are rather unique. We care more about sense, temperature, and environment than most. Indeed, we are closer to nature and animals than others. But to fashion it another way, this also means that our senses are sharper. Hence, our decision to accept you as a friend is also a sort of proof, shall we say. To seek advantage and avoid harm is the nature of all living things. That we gravitate to you is proof that you are someone who makes others feel very safe. And that's something very important. Please, never forget it.
Traveler, you're here! Anything interesting you want to talk about today? It's time for Paimon's Little Life Tips. In Mondstadt, if there's something you can't fix, or there's something you can't get clean no matter what you... If you ever run into something you can't handle yourself, you just need to shout this name into the sky. Noah! And everything that's troubling you will be swept away in an instant. Traveler, anything interesting? Did you know the reeds in Dihua Marsh are common materials used in making paper? The solid reed cores are used to make pens, while over the years, many heroes and swordsmen have also chosen Dihua Marsh as the location of their duels. The more reeds, the more elegant the place. But in places where the reeds are the thickest, the water can be quite deep. So there are a lot of unlucky duelists who fall in and drown while the duel is on. Don't get into a... Traveler, anything interesting? There are so many cute Saurians in that land! Paimon's gonna make friends with every single one. You bet! Paimon's got it all figured out! It's really simple. First, you gotta sweet-talk them. Show them you mean well so they relax their defenses. Then you gently pat them on the head. That makes them feel more comfortable around you. Last but not least, get them some good grub. The way to a Saurian's heart is through the stomach, after all. What do you think? Solid plan, huh? Would not! Paimon can't be won over by some cheap tricks. Ha! Flattery? Really? You think that'll work on Paimon? Think again. Wait, really? Sweet Madame? Oh, heck yes! Paimon can totally go for some of that right now. What's with that smug look on your face? What? Is Paimon missing something? Try later. Anything interesting? Nighty-night and sweet dreams. And don't worry, Paimon will be with you all the way.
Seems like the story's here.
Hello? Anyone here?
Ah, you got here even earlier than I expected. That should give us just enough time to go over some details before the opening ceremony. How about a cup of tea first? I'm sure it was a long trip. Now tell me, Traveler in Paimon, have you heard of the Nodcry Trade Expo?
Nope.
A long time ago, back before Nasha Town even had that name, this place was essentially one giant black market. With no administrative oversight, trade that was prohibited elsewhere was fair game here. So this place began to attract business from all over Teyvat. Over time, more and more people settled here, and what was once a black market became what is now Nasha Town. The spirit of free trade has been a local staple ever since. Hence, the Nodcry Trade Expo was born.
So, is it like a business convention?
In a sense, it's an annual tradition once the shipping routes open up. The expo offers a chance to trade without restrictions. In other words, it's the biggest legal black market in all of Teyvat. Yes, the Voynich Guild is organizing the event, and that comes with a lot of responsibilities. Normally I would let Yehoda handle most of the work, but this year, it might prove too much for her to manage on her own. Something tells me we'll have a lot of big names in attendance this time. Working with VIP clients takes someone with the right experience and connections, hence why I think Yehoda might need a helping hand.
Oh, so that's where the Traveler comes in.
Exactly.
I was hoping you could help her with participant coordination. I don't know if I'd put it quite like that. I'm just interested in playing to people's strengths. In addition, I think you'll find the compensation to be quite to your satisfaction. So, are you in? Confident. I like it. This is exactly why I chose everyone's favorite globe-trotting hero for this job. I do have one special request, as the one offering this commission. In principle, the Nodcry Trade Expo is a platform for commerce with no restrictions. That said, the guild does have one line that is not to be crossed. I'll need you to help make sure all participants are clear on this unspoken rule. As long as everyone complies, the expo should go off without a hitch. No violence at the expo. The guild has pledged to ensure the safety of all sellers and buyers in attendance.
Violence? Whoa! That wasn't even on Paimon's radar! Just because it's legal doesn't change the fact that this is still a black market, huh?
If that line is crossed, the event will descend into chaos. Of course, mediating such situations might prove complicated. So, if you ever want my judgment on the matter, just come find me. The expo is being held on the shoreline to the southeast of Nashatown. Yehoda is working on setting up the booths as we speak. She'll be able to provide details on the participants as well. All right. I suppose I'll leave you to it then.
Yep, we got this! Never said the expo should be.
Let me think. Yeah! Let's go with this. We can't keep changing the setup.
Where are the goods being stored? You still haven't told us.
And what's the guild's cut on transactions this year?
Sorry, one question at a time, please. Oh, I should have just stuck to cat wrangling.
Hey, Yehoda!
Traveler! Paimon! Sorry. I've got kind of a line here.
Don't worry. We're not here to pile more work on you.
Really? Boss Neff, you absolute lifesaver! I'm seriously drowning over here. Oh, you two are doing me a huge favor.
Never asked us to handle participant coordination. So, how can we help?
Let me think. Oh, right. There are still 3 participants that haven't checked in. At least, I think it was 3. Ugh, come on, Yehoda. Get a grip. I'm not forgetting anything.
Looks like Yehoda's doing her freaking out face again.
Sorry. There's just so much to keep track of.
Let's start with the basics then. What does participant coordination involve? Exactly.
It's things like registering all the participants, verifying their goods, showing them to their booths. Oh, and if any disputes break out between them, it's your job to mediate.
Got it!
We're still waiting on the sellers for these last 3 booths. One's reserved for Aino, but as for the other 2, They're both big deal clients from abroad. The kind of people we really don't want to offend, so be extra careful around them, okay?
Hey, the Traveler's got this. What's the worst that could happen?
You don't get it. One of them's the captain of some mercenary fleet sailing the high seas, and the other's a top dog in the criminal underworld. Getting on their bad sides, 100% a no-go. If something goes wrong, let's hope that's a big if, don't engage. Just tell him you work for Boss Neff.
Alright. You have a bunch of work still, right? Leave the Merc Captain and Gangster Buzz to us.
Oh, lifesavers, the both of you. Not cry hot dogs are on me later, I promise. And whatever else you want. Anyway, I'm guessing the two sellers I just mentioned are caught up with lodging or cargo. You should be able to find them at these addresses. I'd get over there pronto if I were you. People like that don't take well to be kept waiting. Oh, and tell Aino to bust a move, would you? The booth I'm saving for her is in a prime location. If she doesn't come claim it, the other participants are gonna start asking questions.
Flagship. Guess this participant decided to figure out lodging first.
Partner, Paimon.
Navia! It's been forever!
You got that right. Representing the Spina di Rosula, of course.
Top dog of the criminal underworld. Yeah, that checks out.
Is that my new nickname? I'm not opposed. It's kind of snazzy.
It's great that we found you. We're working a commission to help with participant registration right now. You know, goods verification, stuff like that.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, take a seat. I ordered a whole bunch of food. Clorand and Chevreuse went to unpack some things, but should be back in a sec. Oh, speak of the devil.
Talking about us?
Clorand! Chevreuse! You're here too!
Nodcry is a chaotic and dangerous place. Considering the Spina's importance to Fontaine, the last thing we need is for something to happen to its president.
I do find it nice to travel with friends, but come on, look who you're talking to. What's the worst that could happen?
With that nonchalant attitude, it's anybody's guess.
Fair enough. Guess you can mark down our champion duelist here as my bodyguard.
Gang boss and her bodyguard. Got it. Should we mark you down for the expo too, Chevreuse?
No need. I'm here on official business. A lot of our recent cases have had ties to Nodcry.
And that's Paimon's cue to butt out. Oh, one more thing. What's the Spina planning to trade at the expo?
Oh, this right here. It's one of the Fontaine Research Institute's newest inventions. It's a kind of relay system that allows the user to unleash Pneuma and Usia energy in battle.
So it's a weapon?
Of course. At a market with no legal oversight like this one, weapons are gonna be the first to go.
Yeah, so? Still, bragging about not having to follow the law in front of Chevres feels wrong.
I don't mind. I've read quite a bit about lawless territories and crime novels before. As a detective, I know that I'll need to put the rules aside for now if I want to get things done here. And on that note, I should get to work. I've got patrol members waiting on me.
Well, ready to head over to the venue? Just follow us!
All right, let's get this show on the road. I want to get a bit of shopping in as well. Wow, it's even bigger than I expected. I'm hoping more people will show up, though.
It'll get busier once things kick off. Still, looks like Yehuda needs a lot of help.
Well, Clarand and I are all set up for now. Be sure to stop by our booth when you get a chance.
Hey, you two!
Traveler, Paimon, hello.
We're helping out Never with some expo stuff, and we heard the Krumkake craft shop is taking part.
Correct. Aino is just doing a final round of debugging on her Thwack and Smack defense bots.
Oh! Is that her submission for the expo?
Yes. Moles and other small creatures often steal from the craft shop, so Aino designed a defense bot based off of them to protect this place. Upon further testing, these bots turned out to be highly effective, so she decided to perform some upgrades and bring them to the expo.
Wait! So Aino is actually gonna trade one of her bots?
Not exactly. With the exception of a few special orders, Aino rarely sells her finished products. What she's trading at the expo is the blueprint, not the finished product.
Oh! So, are you guys ready to head over then? Yehoda asked us to speed things along a bit. She's saving a super good spot for you, and she's worried people are gonna start asking questions.
I told her I need to finish debugging first. There's no point in rushing or I'll have nothing to trade.
Oh! Paimon's never seen Aino this serious before.
The craft shop is experiencing a severe shortage of funds. Aino is hoping the expo will improve our financial situation, so she's being extra thorough.
Where'd all the money go? Some kind of expensive research?
Negative. It's our dessert funds that are lacking. We have had at least 47 cases where excess dessert purchases have led to a shortage of research funds. As such, I decided to split up our research and dessert budgets. Aino is forbidden from dipping into one to transfer to the other, and not too long ago, she cleaned out the entire dessert budget for this month.
All right, done. Thwack and Whack defense bots, do me proud.
Looks like we can head over now.
This looks like a good spot for the demo platform.
This new bot looks pretty interesting, Aino.
Swing by and try it out whenever you want. It'll blow your mind. I just know it.
Thanks for the help.
No problem. Oh, and for registration, is it just gonna be you two?
I will be participating, but there is no need to register, Aino. She doesn't like to be around a lot of people. Once the expo starts, she'll head straight back to the craft shop.
Oh, good point.
Actually, this is the second ship in our fleet. The Alcor's back home patrolling Guyunstone Forest.
Beetle! The infamous merc captain who sails the high seas!
Yeah. We've met, remember? What's with all the pomp and circumstance?
It's a long story.
Well, no sense standing around. Take a seat, tell me all about it. I'll have my men roll out the welcome mat. Ah, I see. So you know the head honcho of the curatorium, huh? Your network of connections is something else, that's for sure.
Right. We need a record of who's participating in the expo and what you're planning to trade.
Well, mark down me and a few crew members as participants. The rest will stay on the ship. As for what we're trading, take a look. A while ago, Ningguang revamped the Guizhong Ballista. The beauty you see here is one of her new and improved models. It has insane firepower and comes complete with remote guidance for accurate striking even at long distances. I just know people are gonna be fighting to get their hands on it.
Are you sure you're allowed to sell stuff like this?
Don't worry. Compared to the model the Milla left's using, this one might as well be an antique.
Never wasn't kidding when she said no restrictions, huh?
Oh, I'm sure someone will bite. Buyers from all over Teyvat will be in attendance after all.
Yelan?
Ah, sorry. I was so busy with the cargo, I forgot to mention that Yelan was aboard.
No worries. You here for the expo too, Yelan?
No, I'm just here for work. Captain Beidou was kind enough to lend me a ride, so no need to register me with the expo. Anyway, it's been a while, traveler. If you get the chance, be sure to pass along my regards to the head of the curatorium. The sensitive kind.
Sounds like our cue to stop asking questions, doesn't it?
Well, I'll be off then. Once I'm done with this, drinks are on me.
About time! I've been itching to see Nod cry from the bottom of a bottle.
All right, that's it for registration. Follow us, and we'll take you to the venue.
So, this is the place, huh? Not a bad spot. When you've got some time, come help me test the remote guidance on this thing. It's a real thrill, you'll love it.
The 3 participants that Yohoda mentioned are all set now. Let's go give her an update.
Hey, what was that?
Just shut up and move along. This spot is mine now.
It's the lady in charge. We were just setting up our booth and he's trying to take it from us.
A troublemaker, huh? The expo announcement spells it out clear as day. All forms of violence are strictly prohibited. Read it and weep, Buster. I've been wanting to talk tough like that for ages. Should be enough to scare off a punk like him, no problem.
It's not like I wanted to hit anyone. It's just not fair.
What's that supposed to mean?
We all know the black market stuff is in the highest demand here. So how did these twerps get a spot selling these stupid toys? I did some digging, and guess what? Turns out these brats have connections in the Voynich Guild. Obviously, someone pulled a few strings to get them here. But me, I miss one stupid deadline, and that's when the rules start to matter? Give me a break.
Hey, we earned our place fair and square.
As if.
So, you're slinging out the easy targets, huh? That might work for you on the outside, but not here and not under my watch. These kids earned the right to be here, same as everyone else. Don't believe me? Take it up with the guild. We'll see who comes out on top.
Just you wait.
Who the heck was that?
Just some punk looking for a fight. But I scared him off without even lifting a finger. I'm still shaking. That was...
Well, he's lucky he decided to run off, or we'd have helped teach him a lesson. Thanks a million, miss.
All in a day's work. Anyway, knew I remembered you guys. Your guardian works for the guild, right? Was it again?
Auntie, are you all right?
I'm fine. Just got a little scrape when he pushed me.
I got caught up with something. I should have been here. I'm sorry.
Right. Ashvapati. The one man in the guild who wouldn't know profit if it hit him in the face. You get a spot in the most lucrative market in the world, and you're letting the kids use it to sell toys. And no one else would even entertain that idea.
Well, the purpose of the expo is free trade, right? There's no rule that participants have to sell weapons.
No, but most people know what's gonna make real dough. Unlike a certain someone.
Ati, Neb, Rhea, head back to the booth. If anything else comes up, you call for me, okay? Don't be reckless.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
You two know your stuff.
Wait, what? Then why not make them look the part? They'll sell tons better that way.
If you were to leave your kids a gift, would you choose a toy or a weapon? In any case, I'm not looking to make it big. I applied for the expo because the kids thought it would be fun. All I care about is them having a good time.
Fair enough. You're still gonna be busy with guild business though, right? Just a heads up. This might not be the safest place to leave the kids unattended.
I understand. A lot of children suffer because their parents are too consumed with work. It's unavoidable sometimes. But I want them to have better.
You know what? Don't even sweat it. I'll look out for them. What the heck are you doing?
Really? That would be amazing. What do you say to Miss Yehoda, you three?
Thank you, Miss Yehoda. My pleasure. Just have them come find me if anything comes up.
Got it. I should get going then.
Wow. Way to step up, Yehoda.
I'm just looking out for some kids. How hard could it be? Then again, I bet I'll be swamped with disputes to settle once this thing gets rolling for real.
Relax, we'll help you out. Oh, also, we registered the last 3 participants. So, the expo can start now, right?
Wow, already? In that case, let me go get things ready for the grand opening. Talk to you later.
She really does have a lot on her shoulders.
Attention, everyone! Participant registration is now complete. On behalf of the Voynich Guild, I am pleased to announce that the Nod Cry Trade Expo is open for business.
Whoa! There are so many people here now that the expo's officially underway. Should we take a look around? Or maybe check in on our friends first? Wonder how Beto, Navia, and Anefa's goods are selling. Let's go check!
Excuse me. According to the expo announcement, you are in charge of mediating disputes between participants, correct? Just now, as Aina was about to return to the workshop, she got dragged into a conversation with some individuals who appear to have unofficial ties to the expo. My database does not have relevant information on how to address the situation, so I came to you for help.
Unofficial ties, huh? Sounds a little shady.
Come with me.
A device that uses Pneuma and Ducia energies in battle. With that kind of tech, a bandit group could rob a caravan without even showing their faces.
And what about this thing? Remote guidance? Precision bombing at long distance? If a group of thugs got their hands on it, their enemies might as well surrender on the spot.
The Fontaine Research Institute made the right call going through the Spina di Rosula rather than selling it themselves.
The same is true for the Ministry of Civil Affairs, I'm sure. A merc captain who spends most of her time at sea is far less conspicuous.
Huh?
What about this girl? She seems to be trading in military-grade weapons as well.
The Clink Clank Krumkake craft shop does take on a lot of orders for dangerous creations. But I think in this case...
I'm overthinking it.
I think so.
Yelan? Chevrolet? What are you doing here?
Traveler? Paimon? How did you find this place?
Although this location is indeed rather secluded, Aino has equipped me with a special sensor module. With it, I was able to detect that you had pulled her aside for questioning.
The rumors are true then. She's quite the little engineer.
Can you tell me what this is about already?
Apologies, but it's a matter of utmost importance, so I had to be sure. After our conversation, however, I can confirm that Aino is not involved in this case.
Traveler, could you help us clear up this misunderstanding?
Understood.
Based on our conversation just now, I'm guessing neither of us is the target the other is searching for.
I second that. And since our strategies were so similar, I'd wager we're after the same person.
Yeah, Paimon thought so too.
Well, I wasn't planning on dragging you into all this. But now that I appear to have gained an unexpected partner, I suppose I might as well explain. I trust you, Traveler. And Miss Chevrolet seems to do the same. With you here, I'm hoping we can avoid further misunderstandings.
Agreed.
Miss Chevrolet and I seem to be here in Nodcry to reel in the same fish.
That's right. And the product we brought to trade is the bait. Of course, if I worked in the booth, it might tip people off, so that's where Navia comes in. I assume it's the same situation with Captain Beidou?
So, does that mean your target is gonna be at the expo?
Yes. There's a good chance it's one of the buyers.
But, what about Nefer's golden rule?
What? No. I've done some digging into the head of the curatorium and where she stands. We can't let her know what we're doing.
Well...
I wouldn't be surprised if she got the Traveler involved because she anticipated this from the start. If the Traveler has someone to answer to, then we should go.
I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered. No, I have never lost a duel.
Miss Yelan from Liyue, and Miss Chevreuse from Fontaine. It's quite the honor. Forgive me for not greeting you sooner.
So you knew we were coming all along?
Anticipating your arrival is one thing. Getting you to come talk to me is another.
And that's why you put the Traveler in charge of participant coordination. You knew we trusted him enough to tell him the truth about our plans. And you also knew that, out of respect for your arrangement, the first thing he would do is bring us here.
How else could I have gotten us all to the negotiating table? Forgive me for not cluing you in, Traveler. I had a feeling things could get complicated, so caution was vital. Rest assured, you will still be compensated as promised.
So, can someone explain what's going on here?
Yes. Might as well get it out in the open, ladies. You two were going to exchange intel sooner or later, correct? No better time than the present.
Recently, the bandits at our border have become more aggressive. We don't know how, but they seem to have gotten their hands on some kind of weapon, which has made them a lot more dangerous. The caravan transports have been helpless against their attacks.
We're facing a similar situation in Fontaine. Conflicts between gangs have been escalating, with civilians getting caught in the crossfire. Our investigation indicates that someone has been supplying the gangs with some unusually powerful weaponry. Even with the Spina's help, we've been struggling to curb the fighting.
In which case, I think we can confirm that we're facing arms dealers operating on an international scale.
Yes, and their cover has been ironclad. There hasn't been so much as a trace leading back to them, until their most recent operation.
Let me guess. Someone leaked where the weapons are coming from. And it pointed right to the Nodcry Trade Expo.
Exactly.
I see. Well, weapons tend to be a hot commodity in a market with no restrictions. Say that the person you're searching for is in attendance. Does that mean you're prepared to ruin the expo to nab them?
I won't lie to you. Catching this person is my top priority.
How about this? In the spirit of being a good host, you give us a bit of leeway to do what's necessary. And in return, we won't do anything to undermine the expo.
All deals made at the expo are protected, including those that would be illegal elsewhere. It's the entire purpose of an event like this. The Voynich Guild gets a cut from both the seller and the buyer, so we have a duty to uphold that principle. I can't just let a customer get scooped up by the authorities while everyone watches.
You said this was a negotiation, but you don't seem prepared to compromise.
Let's think about this. Maybe there's another way?
Only deals made through the expo are protected, correct?
Oh?
Theoretically speaking, were any deals to take place outside of the expo's scope, I would have no right to interfere.
Good. Then we can promise that the rules will be followed.
I want insurance, then. To hold you to your word, the Traveler must be part of all operations related to the investigation.
We have a deal.
Then you have my thanks in advance.
Looks like negotiations are a success!
It's the best outcome I could have asked for. I appreciate the help, Traveler. In that case, do me one more favor, would you? When this is all over, I want to hear the real story behind everything that goes down.